3 1/1 counters? Okay. Okay. Could we not though? Let's just not though. Yeah. Snakeskin Veil does not help you either. Yeah. It does not. That is correct. It does not help you. And I knew they had it. My fair citizens of Sodium City, we have, and another one. This deck is going to be a combo-based aggro deck, I guess you could say. It's really just a fun deck that once you put some creatures on the battlefield, you're just going to take combat after combat after combat after combat, and it's a really, really fun thing to do. I enjoy it a lot. I think there's some cool meme changes that we could do with this deck, but we'll kind of go over those in a little bit. The primary win condition for this deck is going to be Moraug, Fury, Akoum, Moraug. The winner is going to be Moraug. It's a 6-mana, 6/6 legendary Minotaur warrior. Fantastic card. Each creature you control gets +1/+0 for each time they attacked this turn. Super cool, right? But usually you only attack once per turn. However, with this card, it has landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, if it's your main phase, there's an additional combat phase after this phase. At the beginning of that combat phase, untap all creatures you control. So this is really cool. However, you must keep in mind, very important, if you play a land and you're trying to get a bonus combat, you need to do it after your first combat phase. So you need to put a land down on your second main phase in order to get the bonus combat step, because it says specifically there's an additional combat phase after this phase. So if you haven't had a single combat phase yet, there will not be an additional combat phase. So keep that in mind. Play land on your second main phase, and then you'll be perfectly fine, right? So that's very, 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 very important, or else you'll just get screwed. Trust me, happened to me a few times. Not in these videos, but it's happened to me in the past. It fucking sucks. It feels real bad. Now we're also using Toski and Klothys here to attack in. Klothys obviously can't always be a creature, but Toski will always be a creature and will always be attacking. So this is just a 4-mana indestructible, can't be countered, great creature, but it's only a 1/1 for 4 mana, which kind of sucks. And it is forced to attack each combat if able. So, but this also is whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card. So this is also a card draw engine built into a creature that's also indestructible, which we like a lot. And considering we're going to play land to untap it and then swing it again, they can block this infinitely. Either they have to block with unblockable or indestructible creatures themselves, or their creatures start dying off, or they let Toski through, doing more damage than they would have initially, and you get to draw cards. So Toski is a very good card in this deck. We're going to get a bunch of bonus lands into the battlefield by using cards like Oracle of Mul Daya and Druid Class. So Druid Class is one of the newer enchantments that just came out. It's a 2-mana enchantment, pretty cheap, but it's also very good and it's very useful in many ways. So whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you gain life. So this is good, really just early life gain, you know, and it helps later on in the game too if you're going up against a mono red burn or some type of aggro deck. Gaining that little bit of extra life for the later game where you can do your board wipes or something like that can be really beneficial. So it's definitely not minor, right? But then you can level it up to get to level 2 for 3 mana to play an additional land on each of your turns. This is just good in general. Obviously with Moraug, we want to play an additional land so we can get multiple combat steps, because with Moraug, if you play 5 lands on your second main phase, you get 5 bonus combat steps. 5, like you can just go crazy with it. So it's great, great, great. We always want to be able to play additional lands. Then you can level it up to level 3 for 5 mana, which is target land you control becomes a creature with haste, and this creature's power and toughness is equal to the number of lands you control, and it's still land. So this is good because we can just make a massive creature. However, the creature doesn't have trample. So it's good as a finisher if you're able to clear the board. Like, let's just say you have to do a Wrath of God to destroy the board, just blow up everything. Obviously, you wouldn't have your Moraug at that time, but you can then activate your level 3 Druid class, make a giant creature forest or whatever land, and then swing them in for the kill. That's obviously something that's very good that can be done as well. And then, of course, Klothys has her own built-in win condition. It's just a 3-mana 4/5. It's not actually going to be a creature unless your devotion to red and green combined is 7 or more. So this means you need to have 7 or more mana symbols on the battlefield of green and red. So we do have Moraug, which is 2 red symbols. We have Toski, which is 1 green. Klothys counts for itself, which is red and green. And then we need like a couple Druid classes, which are 1 of each, in order for it to become 7. So this Klothys will very rarely actually be a creature. Oracle of Mul Daya will also be a green. So it's not unlikely that it will be a creature, but it's definitely not something that will happen every single game, but it definitely will happen. So I would say probably about 50% of the games she ends up being a creature. But that's not the most important part. Indestructible, that's very, very good, because obviously if you're attacking multiple times every combat, if it's indestructible, they can't kill it. They're just forced to sacrifice all their creatures to it or take a ton of damage, right? But at the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a land card, you add a red source or a green source, so this is kind of like a ramp thing. Otherwise, you gain 2 life and Klothys deals 2 damage to each opponent. This is just awesome. It's a built-in win condition. It just kind of sits there. It's hard to, it's almost impossible to deal with an indestructible dual-colored enchantment. It is very, very hard to deal with. So it's just amazing all around. As for the ramp, we're just going to be using Druid Class and Oracle of Mul Daya. So Oracle of Mul Daya is a 4-mana creature. It's just a 2/2, which is kind of weak, but you may play an additional land on each of your turns. This is always awesome, and that's why it's kind of like a ramp. But you play with the top card of your library revealed. This can be very good or very bad. Well, for the most part, it's pretty bad, but it's really bad if we end up revealing them a Settle the Wreckage and they're an aggro deck. So if they are able to see Settle the Wreckage, they're not going to attack all into our Settle the Wreckage. So it does kind of take away that surprise factor of Settle the Wreckage. That kind of sucks. However, but you may be able to play lands from the top of your library. This makes Oracle of Mul Daya amazing. So the fact that we can play an additional land, it's not legendary, so we can have 4 Oracle of Mul Dayas out. We can have 4 Druid classes out, which also allows us to play an additional land every turn. So that means if we have a packet of 8 lands off top of our library, we just go boom, 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 boom. However many booms was 8. And if we do it on our second main phase, Moraug is there. We have 8 extra combats, so it's a total of 9. All of our creatures end up getting +9/+0, so our Toski would be a 10/1, our Moraug is 16/6. It just, like, again, it can get absolutely fucking ridiculous, but it's really, really cool. That's great ramp in and of itself, but it's really easy to deal with, so you got to keep that in mind too. So our card advantage is really just going to come from Oracle of Mul Daya and Toski. So the Oracle is obviously amazing because we get to get all the lands off top of our library, so the only cards we're going to be drawing are non-lands, or at least for the most part, unless we get a land pocket. But Toski, obviously, whenever any of our creatures deal damage to the opponent, then we get to draw a card. This is just amazing in general. We really like it. A lot of times they don't block Toski because it's just a 1/0. You're forced to attack with it every single turn. So if they have like a 3/3, 4/4, whatever, they would rather get in the damage with that than keep it back to block Toski to prevent us from drawing a card. So it's surprisingly good. It does kind of suck at times that you have to attack, but it's still a very good card. And it's great for card advantage. I'm going to do a quick honorable mention with Nylea's Intervention. Very, very good card if you're running into a lot of mono-white mono white angels, Selesnya angels, that type of thing, especially in this deck. So this is a X double green. You get to choose one. Search your library for up to X land cards, reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle your library. This is great, again, because if we have Druid Class out, it's at level 2, we can play extra lands. If we have Oracle out, we can play multiple lands. It's really, really nice. We can thin out our deck as much as possible, especially later on in the game. Once we have Moraug out, we just have all the lands in our hand prepped to go boom, boom, boom. But the other part of it is it deals twice X damage to each creature with flying. So this is just ridiculous against all of the flyer decks. Any type of angel deck, it's pretty easy to kill all the angels at that point, even if they all have a 6 toughness or an 8 toughness. It does still take quite a bit of mana, but usually early on in the game we're quite a bit worried about it. If we don't have a Settle the Wreckage or a Wrath of God or something, and we weren't able to kill them early with the Deafening Clarion, Nylea's Intervention is usually good enough. So it's just 5 mana to do 3 damage or 6 damage to every single flyer, and it's good enough. It's definitely good enough. I end up really, really liking that, and we were able to use it a couple times to really shut them down super hard. If you want to take this exact list and play it at home, it's going to run you 51 rares and 6 mythics. We're back on the expensive decks. No more of this cheap shit, all right? So this deck is expensive. It's really fun. Highly recommend it. It is the truth. But if you want the deck list, it's going to be at the top right-hand corner of this video on a card. It'll take you over to my Aether Hub page. If you want the text-based version, it'll be in the description below, as well as another link to the Aether Hub page. And of course, if you end up taking it and playing it, let me know your success rate in the comments section below. And as for yesterday's comment question of the day, I asked you, are you a shuffler truther, a matchmaking truther, or neither? Here are your answers. And if you want your comment featured in these videos, make sure that you answer the comment question of the day every single day, 7 days a week in the comment section below. Stay salty and enjoy the games. All right, we might have fixed the deck tracking thing, I think. We'll see. Hopefully. Hopefully we did. I think we did. We should have. I believe we did. Looks like we did. Ooh. Fancy McPancy. All right. We're fine. Everything is fine. We have all the things that we need. Yeah, let's get a land. Just because we do have Oracle as well, we might as well get an extra land. Just to, like, guarantee the added benefit at least once. I would like my class, though. I want to be classy. Yeah, let's... I think we need to kill that. I don't know. I feel like they might try to Nissa, or they might have tried to Nissa. That's my thought, but maybe not. Can't quite tell. Okay. Alright, so it's a lot less likely that it's probably Nissa. A lot less likely. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. Ooh. That's a chonker. Well, it's dead now. They still got stuff. They're definitely running some mid-range, wide green. I actually don't know. They're doing some shit. feel like they're gonna keep that back. Do something. Or they Blizzard Brawl? Right, Blizzard Brawl kills it because it puts a +1/+1 counter. No, they're not using Frost. Sure there's something. I get to double, right? Well, that's unfortunate. Do you block? Yes. Yes, they do. I tried, all right? I tried. It wasn't a lot, but I mean, I tried. That's all I can say. I mean, that's a good card. I am actually going to dump those down. Because now I think I Toski and Moraug next turn. I think I do the both. I mean, I can't do both because I didn't count my land, but I would have done both if I if I could. All right. I assume they block with their jelly, because there's no reason for them not to. Yeah, unfortunately I didn't have another land. If I could get a Nylea's Intervention, that would be sweet. Ooh. Thing is, anything I try to exile with Klothys, they're just going to get with that Scoos. Unless they don't know. They have to know, right? So now I think I have to Wrath, so I'll probably double block the jelly so that it goes down, right? Please don't have Ozolith. Please don't have Ozolith. Okay, so they do go. Swing with that. Ooh, heroic intervention. Well, they can't afford a second one. We know that much. They can, however, I like it. Good job, opponent. Yes. Huzzah. I like it. I like it. I mean, it does suck because that 4/4 jelly is gonna just linger, be annoying. That's just gonna kill me, unfortunately. Unfortunately. It's an 11/11. Well, I save a little bit of damage. Not a lot, but a little bit. So technically what I can do... Oh my god. Okay. It's a good card. And you pump it. Okay. Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I still have 3 mana open for that. Lifelink. Okay. All right, drawing a card. We take those. Let's see, 4, 5, 9. Okay, so we have to block that, right? All right, it's because that's 18, 22, 23. Yeah, so we have to block that. We win. Cool. Oh yeah, I mean they opened, so we won anyway because they were at 2. But we super won. We won from Klothys, but we also won from Moraug and then land. Because Druid Class allows us to play an extra land, so we would have Morauged, swung, Morauged, because extra combat and then extra combat, and this would have got beefy every single time. All right, this is actually stupid. Actually stupid. Actually stupid. I like it. Ooh, let's hope we get more games like that. That was a really fun game. We were really close to losing. Really, really close. Somehow, we brought it back. Nylea's Intervention has saved us so many times. That card is actually kind of good. It's pretty fire. The fact that it kills things with flying is hilarious. I don't know why that makes me laugh. Like, I just get a big fat smile on my big fat face. Keep. Boom. Easiest to keep of... Oh, okay, shit. Alright, this is less of a good keep. Land. So we're gonna have to shock that in and throw down Klothys. Unfortunately. We're gonna take damage here. But we do get to Wrath next turn. Hurts so bad. Oof. Don't kill me.
Don't do it.
Oh, shit. That is definitely not good. they have a grip of card. I'm at 6. This is gonna be so hard to stay alive. Okay. Good. Now, I think I actually just Moraug here. It's a blocker. I got big horns and shit. Don't think they can kill that with 2 red mana. I mean, they could probably pump up that thing. Got it. 2 less cards in their hand. I couldn't do shit. Yes. It's exactly what we needed. Exactly what we needed. Klothys too good. Klothys too hot. The fire is real. All right. We're gonna just play till we lose. We're gonna be playing for 12 hours, right? Metal Fist F. Metal Fist fucker? I don't know what they're trying to tell us. What are they trying to tell us, YouTube? Tell me. Okay. Non-land. Good card. Not particularly what we wanted, but definitely not bad. I'm gonna have to put this down as a white source because we need a board wipe, which is 2 white. That's our second white. Druid Class next turn is fantastic because then we at least get 1 life. It's a goblin deck. It's unfortunate, but great card. Yeah, so not only are we gonna get 1 life from that, from putting down a land, we're also gonna blow up their board. Blow up the board. Hopefully they put down like 3 more goblins. Sure, that's good enough, good enough, good enough. I did have to shock that in, but that's fine. We netted -1. I guess we just shocked in the land, I suppose. So they do 1 damage to us, we gain 1 life to help. But we need to top deck a land so we could throw down this Oracle. Would have loved to throw down that Oracle. The Klothys is gonna be what stabilizes us in the long run. That hurts. Land, please. Land, please. Okay. Like, I didn't want to shock that in. Maybe I didn't want... I don't know. I feel like I needed to, but maybe I didn't. Could just lose here. I doubt it. Oh, that hurts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. They get a hasty. We're almost dead. Almost. We're at 1 HP. We're at 1. This is not good. I need to top deck a land so I can play Druid Class, play another land, gain life, and then play an Oracle. Beautiful. Good, that's good. That's exactly what we needed. All right, I don't know if they can come back now. I think we actually just win here. This deck is great. I like Moraug. Moraug is fantastic. Fantastic. Keep going, shall we? Need more long games, you know what I'm saying? Just really long ones. If we're going up against mono white, this is a pretty good card. This is a great hand against mono white. Just in general. This card, we were gonna lose against. Is that another one? What the fuck? Is this the same person we just went up against? Yeah! Now I gotta find out. Now I gotta find out. Who plays it? It is literally the same person. Not from last game, but from 2 games ago. Maybe I took an extra 3 damage for nothing. They're just holding everything in their hand. Oh my god. I need to get... I just need to get lands out of my library because it's ridiculous. I had a land on top too. Bruh. Come on. Oh, and there was another land on top. Jesus.
Jesus is Lord.
Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 lands out of 27. I don't necessarily want to double that. I mean, maybe we just have to. I feel like we're just dead. Okay, if we're not dead this turn, I can attack. Cool. So I do get to kill that at least. What's this? It's crew 1. Didn't have anything, but they could easily have something. That's a really good card for them to have. I feel like I'm dead and they're just debating me right now. That's pretty brutal. We haven't been able to do anything to him yet. Oof. Alright, well, what do we need to get out of this, I guess would be the next question. A Druid Class would be the best. Because I could Druid and then make it to level 2, play 2, we would get 2 life. We know they don't have a full grip of lands because they've only played 3 mountains. We haven't played extra lands. We've just been playing lands. Yeah. So we're waiting for them to finish BMing us. Like we care. Alright, well, if they have a burn spell, we're fucked, but if not, we swing in for a shit ton with that World Tree. Easy. Two, three, four, five. Damn. Well, I can't swing in for both of them, unfortunately. Bitch.
You're a bitch.
Take that Deafening Clarion, bitch.
You a bitch. You know why you a bitch? Because I said so.
Didn't see the 14-14 lifelink, did you, bitch? That's what you get for playing mono red, bitch. I don't know, I don't really. It's just. I almost feel bad because this is like Omega budget. It's like the only rares. And they're not really that great. I thought this was a Cavalcade deck at first, but I guess it's not. It's like a mono red. But it is because of this. But it's like a mono red burn, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's very odd. But apparently we win against it. We're on a winning streak, and that worries me. Sometimes winning streaks worry me, but only when I'm recording YouTube videos. Every other time, winning streaks are great. It's like, whoo, we got a winning streak, we're good. But for some reason, YouTube is like, no. It's we're getting a tinfoil hat this. This hand is actually pretty good. Pretty good. Keep. So we get to Druid Class. Oh. Okay. We are going to get up to 4 mana relatively easy, but legendary humans are going to have indestructible, which is kind of a problem. That's a problem. Who the fuck plays Vanishing Verse in Historic? Whatever, either way, I have to kill that thing before everything gets indestructible. You kill my shit, I kill your shit, alright, bitch? They missed a land drop, which makes me feel great. I don't know about you, but that makes me feel great. I might actually play Toski instead of the Oracle. I know Oracle would get me ramp, but Toski would still get me something. And technically I can just Wrath. I'm just worried about what they have still. Because, like, isn't this for humans? This isn't a human, is it? They have dire tactics as well. Unfortunate. Did not see dire tactics coming. One, two, three. Just need like 3 untapped lands. Really? Shuffled right into a fucking... There was a Klothys on top already. We searched for 3 lands, and the Klothys was on top again? That's ridiculous. They don't have indestructible. Okay, they don't have indestructible. What else do they have? Now we have Settle the Wreckage, but they know we have Settle the Wreckage, so it's gonna be really difficult to bait them into swinging into Settle the Wreckage because they know that we have Settle the Wreckage. So this becomes a big problem because usually when you know that the opponent has Settle the Wreckage, you don't typically swing into Settle the Wreckage, but eventually you're going to have to swing into Settle the Wreckage or else you're just not gonna have the pressure. But the best part about that is that they could flood the board anyway, because they're like, oh, they only have Settle the Wreckage, and they'll only be worried about Settle the Wreckage, and actually be worried about the Wrath of God. Okay, so I actually have to kill this. Because that's a problem. That puts a counter. Because it's whenever it dies or gets put in exile. I don't have a way to kill that. I have 0 ways to kill that. So... yeah. If they play creature... Okay. Doesn't help. I'm gonna keep that one in my hand. It's like the biggest fucking counter to us. Seriously, the Wanderer. By the way, the Wanderer prevents them from taking non-combat damage. So my Klothys does nothing. But I still have to exile shit. I still gain life, which is nice. It's a great card. Fuck your shit, bitch.
I'm done.
Alright, cool. That was nice. It's not gonna necessarily save us. Obviously. Not gonna save us at all, actually.
Let's cut you down to size.
Fuck. That was like... they're top decking so well. Oh, we had it. Top decking like gods. Alright. How could we cannot get lands out of this? Two, three, four, five. Yeah.
You'll have to do better than that.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have enough land to activate that. I haven't gotten a land drop in like 4 turns. It's a tiny bit ridiculous. Ah! Why? Why do you have the answers? Opponent! I need 2 wraths to even deal with this. Okay, so I don't know how I'm gonna come out of this. Actually, have no idea. I think I have to wrath here. I actually think I had to wrath here. I have to, they can't have that Oracle. That Oracle that thins out their draw so easily. It thins out their, yeah, it's just too good. Now we got a land. Yeah, we can't do anything. We're completely locked out. The fucking Wanderer, man, of all cards. They top deck 2 of them. Fuck. Yeah, this is actually worst case scenario. We can't do fucking anything and we just top deck the land. Ugh. All right. What can we do here? Nothing gets us out of this that I can see. Because Settle doesn't get us out. We would need 2 wraths. Damn. Fucking Wander. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh my god, we got memed on so hard. Fucking Wander. I can't believe we got to this shit. Oh no. Devastating. It was like it was like soldier, human, but not really. Is this a standard deck? Did we just lose? No. Dude, I don't fucking know. Oh, it's so embarrassing. So embarrassing. Should not have lost to that. That sucks. That every hits. Next time. We'll get payback. We'll get payback. It's fine. Oh, don't call it a salty run back. We got this. All right. Let's go up another Wrath, another Moraug. Take out those 2. I do want to add in... Like, Klothys is a really, really good win condition. Moraug is up there, though. put in 2 Heliod's intervention. Alright, let's try this. Alright, well. Let's try this again. I'm still unsure how I like the Oracle. Unsure. Like, I like it because the stuff that it can do, but I don't know. Alright, we have a board wipe. Opening hand. That is great. Great. I don't know. We're just running into too many weird... I really just have no idea what to say. We're running into the weirdest decks. The deck is fine when we run into normal people deck. Normal people deck, we're good. But if you're running into 5 weird decks that make no sense, gonna have some problems. Gonna have some problems. But if that's all we're running into, then they make sense, which means our deck doesn't make sense. All right. Gonna have to kill that. Give it a turn. Let's give it a turn. Three 1/1 counters? Okay. Okay. Could we not though? Let's just not. Though. Yeah. Snakeskin Veil does not help you either. Yeah. It does not. That is correct. It does not help you. And I knew they had it. Check that shit out. They weren't happy about that. They were big mad. They were big mad. I called it and they were big mad. Big mad. Alright, well, opponent got big mad. So, let's try this again without the opponent getting big mad, right? I think Teo had a son, and it's that guy. This dude. Sure. I'll use one to find another. Oracle's not bad. Oracle, not bad. I thought that was Shockland. Okay. I don't really want to lose my Oracle. Especially this early on. But probably have to. Heliod's a good card. Also a great card. Jesus Christ. Alright. Well, that was not healthy for us. Of course, you got another one. Naturally. If you have a land and another creature, I swear to God. All right. Well, this is now a bigger problem than I really wanted it to be. All right. Well, they think we're just holding up Heliod's intervention. Now I just hope they attack with their Heliod now too. 2, 3, 5. Yeah, 5.
What are you doing?
That was big. I almost settled myself. I was like, settle down, Strider. Jesus. I will gain all the life. All right. Not bad. I have a blocker. Shit. No longer have a blocker. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't do that and hold up. Nice. I didn't say good game. I said nice. I didn't say shit. All right, going back up. We can still... They don't have a Banishing Light. It's like, I'm not sure if that activates or not. It did not. But I should have had Toski down, I think, the first time. All right. Now I believe we win. And we do... this for 3? Yes. I think we have 2 more combat phases. It's good. Good. Finish them off the old 9-6. They have 52 life. That was fucking terrifying. That was too scary. Luckily, they Banishing Light the Oracle for the blocker instead of the Klothys. But yeah, that was close. That was a little bit too close for comfort. I was not comfy. It was way not comfy. Not at all. Not even close. At the end of the night, this deck ended up going 6-3. Now, to be fair, I did play this a few times on stream, and I believe it went like 4-1, 3-1, or 4-1 on stream, but the stats weren't tracking. So it's actually probably around 10-4, something like that, but right around the same win rate. But the deck is amazing. It works really, really well. I had a couple issues with very janky decks, like extremely janky decks. I don't know exactly what was happening, but we ran into them pretty regularly. I don't exactly know why. However, we did make some changes. We took out the Immortal Sun and 1 Abundant Harvest, added another Rathagog, so I realized we were losing to a couple of aggro decks, and then added a couple of Heliod's Intervention, because most of the janky decks were really just beating us with artifacts and enchantments. So once we added those, we were having no issues whatsoever, but again, we didn't run into the 5-color and 3-color. Again, these are like weird decks. You'll see them in the video, so if you're watching this part, you already saw the decks, or you might have seen at least 1 or 2 of them. It was just very odd, but I really enjoyed the deck. It's very fun. It's very good. It's a lot better than I thought it was going to be, but Druid Class is actually really strong. I think we can do a lot more with it, but this was the first installment, I guess, of Druid Class. I think it does have some more potential, especially with Moraug, but this is definitely the proof of concept. Thank you all so much for watching. If you made it to this point, it means you either really enjoyed the video or you fell asleep and I'm waking you up now. Either way, thank you for all the support. I really do appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification, come out with videos 7 days a week.